Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to my playthrough of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Now, last we left off, we ran through the Inquisitorial blockade, and we arrived in the place where supposedly the epitaph is in. And oh yeah, we ran into some Necrons. I mean, nothing Sister Argenta couldn't deal with, but yeah, it was kind of a hard fight. Other than that,
My dear I haven't...
there's nothing more I can do, I believe.
Let us raise up in...
Yeah, there's nothing more I can do. Let's ask if there's anything... Oh, nope. We have something. Tiny wrinkles appears at the corners of the Mage's eyes. The only hint that the Voxmaster is smiling. The Voidborn seldom makes friends, especially among the captain's entourage. But you see, many consider Idra to be different. I am different too. We have spent plenty of time in each other's company discussing regicide over a glass of Amasak. Except Idra changed after one incident, and we started to drift apart. The death of Lord Captain Theodore made her withdraw even more. I do not know if Idra considers me her friend now, but we used to be very, very close. It is good I can still look after her in my own way. Interpreting the Voxmaster's emotions based on half a face and the Vox modulated voice is no easy task, but you manage to catch the undercurrent of Vigi's words. The Voxmaster is not merely saddened by her rift with Idra, she's devastated by it. This one? Okay. Yeah, I kinda did a whoopsie with that.
To what do I owe this visit?
And supposedly, if you let Idra live, she's supposed to have something to do in Act 5, but such is life. What can I do?
The Amanat collected.
Yeah. Okay, what else do I have to do? Oh yeah, I have to upgrade everybody. So, wait a second. Okay, let's do this on me. Let's do this for J. Let's do this for Pascal. Let's do this for Hecata. Let's do this for Abelard. Let's do this for Ulfar. Let's do this for Yurlit. Let's do this for Cassia. Let's do this for Argenta. And let's do this for Heinrichs. Now, Ulfar. Yeah, I think switching up to a, Okay, wait a second. Oh, where's the Stone Bolter? Fine, whatever. Helmet-wise... Yeah, no need for that. Nah. And let's get on with the story, shall we? What? Lord Captain, unidentified sickle ships have taken off from the planet we just left. They're approaching swiftly and readying their weapons for battle. Get ready. It's about to get hot in here. Sickle say... Oh great, Necron ships.
I can see crimson lights in the void.
Deco class frigate, huh? Ooh boy, what's this? Necron lore. Stated in the ship, the ship gains 20% hit chance and 1% maneuverability. There's more damage to relocate to that ship, otherwise, it's using aiming protocol. Oh crap. So, destroy this ship first. Gotcha. Yeah.
Lance batteries, volley! Clear the void, sort them out.
Closer. This. Wait a second.
Macro cannons, open fire.
Please. Okay. Oh. Oh, they returned. Okay. Let's see if I can go here. Okay, blast. I blast you. Go here. I blast you, I can blast you. Sure, why
Engage
not?
the engines.
What? Reanimation? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All that for nothing?
Coordinates set.
Okay, so what's this now? Hull integrity, evasion, hit chance, full armor, internal fires, full crack damage, staggered, falling apart, living metal. Oh, great. Oh, great. So is this also for every single... It is. Oh, crap. I just warped myself into freaking range for every single ship. Oh, crap. This is gonna hurt. Okay. What? Tactical relocation. Oh, the Necron Lord's here. Oh, so they heal, of course. And they're avoiding me for some reason. Okay, so first of all, come over here. Focus on... Yeah, for Necrons, just focus on one chip at a time. Let's see. Nope. Over here. Yep.
With the force of a supernova!
Here. Can I go anywhere? Nope. Hello?
Salvo.
Whatever. Yeah. This is gonna hurt. Oh, the very least is burning it. Like, it's basically going full bar for them. There's nothing more I can do. Hello. Okay, good. It doesn't look like they can turn very easily. No, not really. Oh, great. Okay, so they don't really turn easily. That's good to know.
Fire
Yeah.
at will. Keep up the pressure!
Okay, you. Yeah.
Let them taste our fury!
Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Macro cannons, open fire!
So just stay close and just, pelt them from the sides. Aiming protocol. And bye-bye. Oh, reanimation protocol, of course. But...
Lance batteries, volley!
Okay. And, okay, wait a second. This.
Let them taste our fury.
Alright. Uh-huh. Come over here, and bye-bye.
A barbaric display. I am surprised we survived.
Living metal specimens. Archaeotech limit pattern void shield batter. Wow, okay, this must double against enemy blast attacks. Okay.
Lord Captain, what were those things? They took off from the surface of the world where you landed. I've never seen ships like that, never seen such technologies either. We fished a trophy out of the void, a relatively intact fragment of a wreck, and sent it to our engine seers, and just in case, we isolated the compartment where they are performing their comprehension liturgies. Yeah, I will say I'm actually quite surprised. We won that without pretty much taking a hit. Usually when it comes to Necron ships, they just body Imperium. Yeah, when it comes to like Void Warfare, Necrons wins hands down every single time. I'm just surprised I can win that so easily. Let's do this. An hours-long silence follows as your orders are being executed. At last, the Vox comes to life again. Your lordship, the Carto Artifacts claims to have found a mention of a Xeno similar to those ones we've encountered. The manuscript refers to them as Necrons. Do we really know nothing about this enemy? Nothing but tales and rumors. I heard stories about sickle ships that reap entire squadrons like ears of grain, about crews that know no fear, about the veil of death that shrouds them and corrodes their enemies' ships like rust. Those stories aren't worth a rock's ours, though, because they also say that none has ever survived encountering those sickle ships. If that were true, there wouldn't be anyone around to tell those stories, wouldn't they? Data available. These creatures are Nephilimex, the Omnissiah's fallen angels, Citing a quotation, the first machine spirits ever created by the Omnissiah were in will, in body, and in power. Unmatched in their perfection, they were realizing the design of the Deus Mechanicus into being, but the principle of entropy conceived by the Omnissiah was fundamental, and thus even the perfect became flawed through the overabundance of their perfections. So vast were the Nephilimech's abilities and so immeasurable that the depths of their minds that pride tempted them, the Nephilimechs rejected the designs of the Deus Mechanicus in favor of their own. The order of existence was defiled, and a great war of absolute destruction came. The Nephilimechs were overthrown and exterminated, with only a few managing to hide from the Omnissiah's eye by extinguishing their minds and shroud themselves in oblivion. In their change, the Omnissiah created new machine spirits and destined them into servitude, so that they would remember the limits of their power and would not descend into pride. As for the ultimate perfection, the Deus Mechanicus abolished it from the universe, and thus it was no more. That somehow... Okay, so the Nephilimechs, I never heard of it before. Like, is this supposed to be like the, how do you say this? Like a Games Workshop spin on the Bible? Like the Nephilims? Like the Half-Angels or something? I mean, certainly read like it. Huh. I never knew the AdMech had this kind of stories regarding the Necrons. Okay. What is this trophy you have acquired? The NGC are at a loss. They say it's a gift born from the Omnissiah's wisdom, but its image was imperfect, and therefore it was eroded by corruption and unbelief, whatever that means. The ship's minor conclave has gone into data meditation to produce a resolution regarding the admissibility of using this item. Bolster the crew's morale. Give out additional rations to those who showed valor in battle. This is just the beginning. As you will, Lord Captain. Oh, okay. I mean, already done that. Well. Okay, try new routes. What? Let's pick it. This one. Try new routes. Okay. Wait, I just realized the name of the systems are basically just blanks. Oh boy. So we are in real uncharted territory here. Plasteel 7. I mean, I actually have plenty of plasteel, so let's not. What the hell is this? Emerald fires. Most of the surface is covered in icy dunes with greenish highlights. At first, the officers on board the vessel decided that the unusual color of the ice is due to a quirk of the atmosphere. Later, it becomes evident that the source of the highlights is a group of monstrous pyramidal structures wreathed in emerald fire. Examining them in detail with binoculars, it can be seen that one of the monoliths is damaged. A device on its wall emits an energy beam at a similar pyramid not far from itself. Oh, so this is a tomb world. So we are in Necron territory. Examine the structures. The Valencia's scouts approached the monolith with as much care as possible, fearing the appearance of an enemy. A small servitor sent to gather data about the energy beam clearly demonstrated the destructive power of this xenotechnology. After carelessly making contact with the beam, it instantaneously broke apart into minuscule pieces. It's curious that the second pyramid is still intact, and that only matter at the source of the beam is being destroyed. Study the surviving monolith. The energy beam barely reflects off the dark metal of the pyramid. Occasionally, a scarce visible wave runs across the surface of the monolith walls, after which the material appears to become even smoother. It's as if one monolith is feeding the other, not destroying it. A few scouts decide to come closer in order to better examine the phenomenon. Okay, the soldier of Von Valencius noticed a fragment of metallic ribcage melted right into the material of one of the walls like a bizarre bas-relief. Between the row of ribs, a talisman of black stone shimmers with color light after each wave of energy. The figure of which the talisman belonged showed no signs of life. After a quick debate, the officers decided to take the artifact on board. Withering shard. Warrior's strength, toughness, and agility are decreased by 15. The warrior's can use instead of 75 and desperate measures. Okay. The warrior is considered as having heretical adherence if you do not yet have it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. Game. Wait, I didn't. Oh, okay. I got the gas giant. Let's go here. Thing. Oh yeah, how many extractives do I even have? 6. Yeah, let's save that for when I really need it. Okay. Enough dilly-dally. Let's go meet my destiny. The greenish glow of the gigantic ring made from unknown materials flows through the windows of the captain's bridge. The void instruments measure a whole spectrum of various emissions. Sometimes a dull green is darkened by clouds of space dust or bent by gravitational waves. The object most closely resembles a portal, albeit what's passing through it cannot be clearly defined. Send a team to examine the object. Additional equipment and a closer position allows the team to understand parts of what is happening. The portal seems to resemble the gate device used by the Eldari and Drukhari, only made of a different material. The metallic shine of the rings alternates with the darkness of the large blocks of stone, reminiscent of the material that makes up the famous Cadian pylons. Analysis of the wave signatures indicate that the construct once used parts of the webway and Eldari system of pathways. However, in its current condition, the portal is not fit for transporting vessels. It is unstable and often begins unleashing dangerous cosmic objects. Instead of transports, the gate spews forth dark light waves and deadly breaths of incandescent gas. The latter take form of a star's photosphere. Okay. Observe the anomaly. Sparks of incandescent star gases burst through from the rings, pierce the darkness of space, reflecting by the surface of other celestial bodies in the system. At times, dark light waves bend the edges of the portal, but they are quickly restored thanks to the enigmatic flowing metal. Then, lashes of purple clouds, dissected by threads of lightning, appear in the center of the ring. An unseen force prevents them from reaching the other side of the portal as blocks of black stone become covered in purple scarlet illumination. If the ring truly were a portal, is not fit to serve as one any longer. Stellar heat and gravitational force forbid any vessel from passing through it. According to the ship's astropaths, the purple clouds are an even more dangerous phenomenon, indicating that the powers of the warp are eager to flow out of the portal into real space. As if to highlight its deadliness, with the next wave of dark light, the portal throws out the shattered remains of an unidentified void ship. It's hard to believe a civilization capable of creating a device as powerful as this one could have undergone such decline. Okay. Alright, that's done. Come here. Yeah. Got the roots. Okay. So what, it's just 4 planets? Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Okay, wait a second. Nah. Sure. Oh, so this is the max now. Okay. Upgrade RAM, sure, why not? Oh, okay. Anybody has something they want to use? Well, not use. Upgrade. Boarding party. Nah. How about unknown void ships? Okay, let me save first. It seems like there's Necrons over here. Under the thin clouds, as if shredded by a careless blade, sway vast steps carpeted by pale gold deadwood. The rogue trader's attentive eye distinguishes a region among the endless grasses that does not fit into the general landscape. Scouts from the shadow see signs of intelligent life. Judging by the trebled soil and tent frames, someone may camp here. Distant silhouettes from a tangle of paths and obstacles, a maze. The outer walls are supplemented by a multitude of spikes and blades and decorated with scraps of leather and weathered crucified prisoners. It does not take an expert in xenoculture to reason that Drukhari have been here. Let's do this. As they comb over the tracks left around the Drukhari structures, the scout finds item of Imperial make. blood-soaked clothes, an aquila patch, and a data slate cracked in half. The Gothic letters and the symbol of the Inquisition are frozen on its bottom half. The sentence fragments make up part of an exploration report. The servants of the Von Valencians find a rough illustration of the camp in the pocket of a filthy coat. On it marked 2 locations. The first is shown with a sword and highlights the area where the items were found. The other is a skull and points to a patch of ground by the maze. Do this. The scouts carefully inspect every piece of land in the marked area and discover a camouflage pit studded with strong, thin needles. In a niche sunk into the wall of the trap glitters a volumetric flask with an ugly creature that looked like several brains stuck together. Analyze the nature of the creature. The rogue trader's people recognize the grotesque figure as a Drukhari Medusa, a parasite capable of registering emotion and transferring them onto its masters. This thing was left here as an equivalent of a pig recorder, collecting the suffering of Drukhari victims. Let's continue exploring the area. Deep prints belonging to landed lakes and a ladder are visible in the grass behind the maze. The relative positions of the recesses correspond to the designs of an Imperial shuttle. When the Von Valencia scout approach, they find a waxed seal bearing the symbol of the Inquisition and a monogram form of the letters XC. Xavier Calcazar. An officer voiced the proposition that the initials correspond to the name Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. Search for objects in the grass. A segment of the dry grass a few meters in front of the print from the ladder has been cut as if scythed. Among the chopped stems lies a piece of a Drukhari trophy, a flap of dark skin stretched out by thin chains. Most of it is covered by a tattoo, a silhouette of a storm or tornado, and a black symbol composed of curved blades and sharp knives. Okay. A silhouette of a storm or tornado, a black symbol composed of curved lines and sharp shapes. This is most likely a Drukhari Cabal symbol, but I cannot remember what. Burn away all traces of Xenopresence. I'm guessing if I have Marazai with me, that he can tell me what it is. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. The predatory structure does not burn easily, and it takes a long time for them to heat up. When the flames finally gather strength, turquoise explosion flashes amid the yellow-orange waves. Whatever was down there was dangerous. Okay. Let me save because Ulfar's buddies are in this general area, and I don't want to mess things up. Lord Captain, there was an incident on the flight deck. The planet was discovered is located at the coordinates of interest to the Honorable Ulfar, Angel of the Emperor. The moment he learned about this, he chose to abandon ship. He ordered a shuttle to be provided to him and directed it to the world before us. We do not know where exactly he wishes to go, but the Argers have tracked the shuttle to its landing site. He stole a shuttle? How did this happen? Lord Ulfar simply showed up at the deck, drove the enforcers away, and demanded he be granted clearance for takeoff. Your servants became frightened and dared not to disobey his orders. Why have I not been notified of his actions right away? He forbade it, and the enforcers did not dare to defy Angel of the Emperor. I'm sorry. I see. I apologize for having to bring you into troubling news, Lord Captain. What? So you just left me? A scouting party led by the rogue trader himself makes a planetfall at a frozen world. The shuttle on which Ulfar Thunderlong departed the ship has been designated the starting point of the search. Said shuttle was found in the landing site, intact and undamaged. Scout the area. Scouts discover numerous structures, burial grounds, and an obelisk of Xeno race that once ruled these star systems, all of which were now encased in ice and solemn sepulchral stillness. No signs of activity or potentially hostile Xenos has been detected. Examine the stolen shuttle. The machine spirit is in fine form and is ready to ascend from the world's surface. No clues has been found as to Ulfar's Thunderlong's intended destination, but a keen-eyed scout sights several disturbed snow drifts that may have indicated the route taken by the space wolf. Follow the trail. The group bravely ventures onward into the realm of blinding white and crackling frost. The sky is soon blanketed with snow clouds that blocked out the star lights. The wind, howling like a pack of hungry spirits, sweeps away all tracks and whips up a furious storm. The path is full of dangers. A treacherous crevice hiding under the snow's crust suddenly opens wide underneath the enforcer's feet. It is only the vigilance of Lord Captains and his companions who hear the telltale crack in time that save the soldiers from certain death. And hours later, the expedition king comes to a plateau. Rising ahead is a dark hull of an Imperial trading vessel that once landed on the world's surface. Look for signs of Ulfar. Fresh tracks in the snow leading to these ship's airlocks indicate that he was here, and recently. However, he was not alone. The scouts find strange dips in the snow drifts surrounding the ship. It seems that someone was watching the ship from a position buried in the snow, around the same time that Ulfar Thunderlong was searching it. The escalating storm swept under the group as if trying to bury them in darkness, snow and obliterating wind. Investigate ship. The ship is identified as the Revelation Granted. The merchant commandeered by the baleful Howl on footfall. No signs of struggle or other misfortunes are found aboard, only some useful cargo in the hold. Contrary to expectations, no crew member are found, dead or alive. The ship has been abandoned and the fuel systems are non-functional. The Prometheum has frozen solid and ruptured the tank and pipes. Send the scouts to survey the area. The forces search the area and return without finding anything of interest. Not all of them return, in fact. Several seem to have lost their way and failed to make it back to the ship. Contact the ship in orbit. The raging storm makes it impossible to establish the Vox link with a rogue trader's vessel, leaving the expedition stranded without aid. Probably not for long. The officers on the bridge should have immediately dispatched help as soon as contact with the scouting party was lost. Take shelter in the ship and set up camp. The bone-weary soldiers welcome the chance to rest. Watchful sentries stand guard while their more fortunate comrades stuff themselves with now frozen rations of the ship's vanished crew. Corrals test failed. The temperature exorbitantly plummets. Many members of the expedition suffers from frostbite, although they lost their fortitude and morale. Damn it. One of the sentries delivered an anxious report to the Lord Captain. He has seen a massive shadow in the darkness, and it was definitely not Ulfar Thunderlord. Double the sentries. Despite the reinforcements, the sentries cannot conceal their fear. The unknown has robbed them of their courage. A messenger rushed to the Lord Captain to report that one of the sentries is missing. Large tracks has been found near the sentry's post, as well as few drops of blood. Light a brighter fire. Barrels of frozen Prometheum are dragged outside. The frozen fuel reluctantly succumbs to the heat of the thermal cutters. The fire kindles around the ship. Even this is not enough to dispel the snowy darkness. But the people are buoyed up by the additional light of warmth. A terrible rumbling cuts through the roar of the storm. A clashing and clamor of battle is followed by a furious, agonizing scream. Send a party towards the sound of battle as soon as possible. Tied together with ropes and bolstered each other with battle cries, the enforcers rush towards the battle in human chains. Unable to see anything ahead of the darkness and swirling snow, they blindly stride towards the source of the battle's monstrous thunder. Like, where's your noob? Ballistic skills, nope. Now let's do this. The enemy is concealed by the snow and the darkness, forcing the soldiers to fire in all directions, but some miracle not hitting each other. First one fighter, then another, vanishes with a desperate shriek, dragged off by an unknown enemy into the rolling depths of the storm. What? But the enforcers' courage and stubbornness went out. Boldly pushing forward, they drive the monstrous enemy in from the battlefield and into a retreat. Ulfar is found lying in the blood-soaked snow, his body covered in grievous wounds, but the wolf continues to cling to life. With great care, he is borne to the shuttles and, wasting no time, brought back to the ship for urgent treatment. Okay. Ulfar? Oh no. Ulfar? You there? Oh no.
My dear, I have enjoyed.
What happened to Ulfar? How's Ulfar? Has he regained consciousness? He's feeling better, Lord Captain. The ship's pyrosurgeon was amazed at his resilience. The esteemed Lord Ulfar is currently convulsing in his chamber. Convalescing in his chambers. Have a servant escort me to Ulfar's quarters. Alright, you freaking big wolf. What happened? Ooh. Ulfar's dark figure towers over you. His head is lowered. His hair is hanging in a curtain across his face. His fair skin is crisscrossed with broad crimson scars held together by metal sables and covered with black spiked runes for physical healing. Could an ordinary mortal have survived such injuries? Unlikely. With a twitch of his fingers, Ulfar bids the two servants in attendance to step away as not to intrude on your conversation. He silently retreats. Advatir, I must thank you for saving me. I have a difficult battle. I thank the Emperor that he did not take you from us to join his heavenly host, Lord Ulfar. I'm glad you survived, Ulfar. I always survive. Why do you decide to go to that world alone? After a few moments of silence, Ulfar says quietly, So I do not have to bury your body in the snow, Advatir. It's not out of arrogance that wolves do not allow mortals into our affairs, but because that burden of those deeds is heavy, and they reek of death. Just consider what kind of threat you could have been facing, in a place where an entire pack of Astartes have disappeared. If I had risked you for the sake of fulfilling my vows, would that have been worthy of me? You fight together. Do not forget that I am your Advatir. Ulfar heaves a sigh, which seems to hang in the air between you. You and I are different. Your ways is to rule and build, while mine is to destroy and chase down prey. Such is the Allfather's plan, and in that plan, my death on the battlefield is an expected and joyous event, while your death will be premature, sorrowful, and damaging to many other lives. Do you find any trace of your brothers? The vessel I found, the revelation granted, that was them. Inside there was a sign of wolf scouts leave for their brothers. The baleful howl landed the ship on the surface and left, and the rest of the crew disappeared. I followed my brother's trail until an unknown foe blocked my path, and battle ensued. What foe is capable of besting you in combat? Your wounds are truly terrifying. I'm guessing it's their brothers. Because as far as I can remember, there's very few things that can harm an Astartes to that level. And the only thing I can remember is basically the Wolfen. So yeah, I'm guessing one or maybe more of his brothers turned to the basically turned Wolfen and just went mad. An evil spirit attacked me from behind and wounded me instantly. Ulfar points to a particularly gruesome scar on his chest. The strike clearly intended for one of the Space Wolf's tool hearts. The wound gives off a strong medicinal smell, but it's not one you recognize. Probably a Fenrisian bomb bull brewed by Ulfar himself. Your healers would faint after one whiff of such a potion. The snow covered my eyes and I could only make out a shadow, but it moved fast and he was strong. If the Allfather's gift had not kneaded my ribs into a hard carapace, then that blow would have been my last. The Ulfar says these words with chilling nonchalance. I can still feel its claw in my chest, frost shredding flesh. Wound left by spirits are dangerous. They create a spiritual link between your body and its pernicious mind. The only way to heal such mutilations is to brew a potion from the blood spilled by their incorporeal bodies. The evil spirit wounded me too. Then we are both marked. Our bodies will be tormented by its deadly touch until it's defeated. But fear not, Avatir. We will defeat it. I swear it. The pack seem to have led the entire ship's crew to their deaths. Don't blame Ulfar. The wolf shrugs sadly. Do not blame us for what we are. Death always cling to the warriors of the Allfather, and we are fated for no deeds other than those accomplished in the jars of Mordecai. I see. Ulfar nods in agreement. His face is grim. You're not yourself. You seem more somber. By bitter path comes wisdom. In wakes of bloody loss and shattered dreams, heavy thoughts weighing on its broad shoulders, it enters unbidden and takes a seat by your hearth. Have you been thinking about your life? About the future? Have you ever wondered what it means to be an Astartes? To know no other family but your brothers in battle? To know no other feast but the joy of slaying your enemies and extolling your fallen comrades? To know with certainty that your death will be terrible, brutal, and agonizing? For times hold no sway over us, and no warrior of the Allfather has ever breathed his last in a soft bed. Death holds no fear for us, Outvatir. We have been eating at the same table since day one. Perhaps something good awaits you in the future. Listen, Avatir, when the wolf's priests test me, I went to the gates of Mordecai, a dark place where real space and the thoughts of the great wolves intertwine like the tentacle of a kraken. Everyone who appears before the gate is granted a vision, and mine was a dark omen. I saw myself in two guises, one as white as the moon, the other as black as the lowering sky, and the two were locked in combat. As for which of me emerging victorious, that was hidden from my sight. But that is not what frightened me. The black wolf's gaze was fearsome, full of more pain than he could ever inflict himself. It drove him mad, turned him into a monster, and, as dark as he appears, I recognize myself in him. After all, I was made for destruction, torment, and annihilation. I'm a more agile monster. Does that mean that, by the Allfather's design, I must drink this cup of pain to the bottom in order to fulfill his plan? I do not know. Ulfar looks at you, his expressions inscrutable. Yeah, tell me, why are there no rhymes in your song? Rhythms are empty flippery. The saga must be alive. If the words happen to fall into a rhyme, well, that is grand. But to make your whole story fit neatly into such a pattern, you must either twist the truth in the service of beauty, or live your life for the sake of a rhyme. Neither is to a wolf's liking. Our sagas, our voices sound through eternity. When we hear them, we do not hear stories, we hear the tellers, speaking their words to us now. Do you still believe you'll find your brothers? I will find them. Ulfar clenches his fists. Probably not alive, but I will find them. Thank you for your answer. You have a right to them. I'm pleased that my servants found a fitting shrine for your armor. The splendor and monumentality of the chamber bereft the solemnity of the sacrament unfolding within. As if performing an intricate dance, the servants of the Omnissiah moves in time with the murmuring mechanisms, circling the massive space wolves while he stands utterly still. The scent of sacred incense fill the air, giving the sense that one is witnessing a great ritual. An Astartes needs very little. A cell and a table where I can perform the purifying rite on my weapon. That is all I require. But to keep the armor bestowed upon me by the Allfather in some shabby cubicle would be sacrilege. This chamber would do well for the vesting ceremony. There is a good plasteel beneath the rich decoration and gilding. Yes, I am satisfied. What are the servants doing? It is time for me to don my skin again. Ulfar shrugs wearily. His body gives off heat and animal scent. One of the servants opened a casket containing contact unguent. It will be used to anoint each of the black carapace's neural ports marring the wolf's skin. This sacred augmentation seamlessly fuses Ulfar's body with his armor and every fiber bundle around it. I feel flayed without it. Recently I have been trying to remember what it is like to live without a skin. I can't. Too many years have passed. What will you do now? I must return. My foe await me, and it will be dishonorable to retreat from this battle, but I will need help in fighting. You count on me. I know, Outvatir. Ulfar nods to his servants, and in a low voice they begin a guttural prayer. Shadows leap across the walls, twisting together in a majestic and savage dance. In the flickering candlelight, the sacred rite is performed. The angel of the Emperor is clothed in the armor of unwavering faith and his wrath. Okay. Before staying in dish, Glitter is a middle cast metal statue of a space marine seen adorning many temples. All that's missing is the armors. Sensing a task not yet complete, the mechadendrite tentacles descend from the ceiling towards the wolf, wearing sacrament of vesting. The skin of the wild beast conjures up image of a bloody battle between one who now wears it and the creature from which it was taken. The resplendent armor of the Emperor's Angels, which has seen more than one battle and taken more than one ferocious blow in its centuries of service. The backpack that is the repository of the mighty machine spirit displays the Space Marines armor with the motive force. Its efforts ensure that the heavy armor does not burden the wearer, but rather multiplies his strength and his endurance 100-fold. Okay. I'm guessing that's done.